Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Caribbean Liquid Lunch.
That's right. And it's me, Hugh, and Dboss.
Really?
And we put it down below right there.
So we can see it.
And we got a great show lineup today. Let's tell people what we got.
We got today a Nollywood actor, which is actually, he's from the UK, and he's here in Canada, and it's no other than Noel Chris, who's our featured guest today. And our musical guest is
Isoji. And
he's an Afro beats artist.
Actually, he's originally from Nigeria as well. So,
yes, and Noel too is from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Nigeria in the house today. In Africa there, in case people don't know where Nigeria is.
And then we got William Reinhardt will be joining us from Madison, Wisconsin, also known as Chill, who does the Talk It Out segments. And so on today's Talk It Out segment, it's going to be Chill, and that's going to be awesome. We're going to find out what makes Chill tick.
Yes. And then on Real Life Matters with me, there's going to be Errol G, the stuntman. He's going to be on today.
Yeah, he's double people like Denzel Washington. He does
Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he's a martial artist, black belt. He's jumped out of windows, and
I'm telling you, when you see and hear his story, and it's perfect because we got it's Actors Day today. I guess actor, but he's not from Nigeria. He's from Jamaica.
But he's been in great movies like Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings, yes.
And all kinds of other stuff. So we're looking forward to that.
It's a hot lineup today. But you know what? Before we bring on Noel Chris from the actor from Nollywood, we got to go to a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back with him.
You are watching CaribVision.
Chinese went to the polls on the 2nd of March 2020, and it took 5 months before they finally got an official result. With my colleagues in Carib Nation today, we're going to talk about what happened and why.
It was not unlike any other election since 1957. Elections in Guyana have always been a flashpoint for the contestation for power.
The practice of horse race begins from way back in the ancient Greece and is one of the oldest sports in the whole world. You got all kind of horse race both there. You got flat racing, you got jump racing, harness racing, and endurance racing. Horse race go on in Africa.
Melchai Farm was established in 2012 by farmer Kyle Joseph. At the Orkinskio-based property, Mr. Joseph cares for sheep, goats, and cows. And recently, his farm hosted a tour for Chief Secretary Honorable Ansel K. Dennis.
I breed animals. Yeah, reason why I don't kill on site. I sell them off to the sheep farm or to breeders who want to replenish their stock.
Well, the kindergarten nonsense, otherwise known as Washington, D.C., is doing nothing to dispel that comparison. In the wake of the passing away of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she'd hardly drawn her final breath or had the chance to rest in peace before the hissy fitting began as to whether or not confirmation hearings should begin for her replacement. Leftist terror organizations said they'll respond with riots and arson if they don't get their way.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing CaribVision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/CaribVision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. CaribVision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. CaribVision.
And we're back.
We're back here.
And we're really excited because we've got Noel Chris, Nollywood actor on. Well, he's on, it's COVID times. So he's on the webcam. And there he is.
There he is. Are you going to be speaking in your British accent?
Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing right now.
Oh,
Just give me a moment, okay?
Well, wait a second. But where are you? Are you? What city are you in right now?
I'm in Toronto at the moment.
In Toronto. Okay, but originally, obviously, from Nigeria. And can I? Whereabouts in Nigeria are you from?
I'm from Delta, Nigeria, Delta State.
Is that somewhere near? Is that near Port Harcourt, somewhere around there? Or am I getting that all wrong? Am I getting that all wrong?
I think you're getting it all wrong.
Anyways, great to have you on the show. And we go ahead, Dboss.
Well, we want to know. Well, how long have you been acting? I know you've done a lot of movies and stuff. So I want to know when you started acting. What inspired you?
Okay, I started acting about 10 years ago, 2010, thereabout. Yeah, and what really inspired me was I studied theater, and I went into banking after. But I decided to banking wasn't for me, right? I felt.
Oh, you did banking?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least you know how to manage your money.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So I was in the marketing department at that time at First City Monument Bank. So I felt, no, that was not for me, and tried to go into acting, where I originally loved, what I originally loved.
All right.
Well, now, why acting? Why not something else? Sure, banking isn't a good fit, but...
The truth is, acting has always been part of me since when I was little. I've always loved to act. And apart from that, I also studied theater at the university.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
It was something that I didn't just gamble into or jump into. It was something I actually had passion for. So I was like, okay, I have to go back to my first love. I have to go back to my passion. And I went back to it.
Wow. Now, I'm really interested in finding out just about Nollywood in general, because now they're saying it's the third largest filmmaking region or whatever in the world after Hollywood. Then you got your Bollywood, and now you got the Nollywood. So I don't know. Can you kind of maybe paint us a picture about the whole Nollywood scene?
Nollywood has been in existence for quite a while, though, and also it's people doing things independently. And now they're trying to put forces together and do it collaboratively, just to achieve good picture quality and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's actually originates from Africa, which is mainly from Nigeria. But we also have people from Ghana, who is also part of Ghana is another country in Africa, who is also part of the Nollywood kind of thing.
Wow.
Now, yeah.
Well, I watch a lot of the movies. I remember at one point that the African movies were so long, like they could go for like 4 and 6 hours. I'm like, you could have lunch and breakfast, and but the skit was so, the skits were so good that you would never really would know the outcome, because they would kind of throw it off, and but. To do that whole, it was like a mini series all in one movie. Put it that way.
Yeah. We went from that phase. Usually, we went from that phase of having very lengthy movies to a point whereby we had to come back to our senses and say, it's too long. People can watch a movie for 4 or 5 hours, and it's just one movie.
One movie, yeah.
So we started to break down the storylines and put them in different bits, and people began to, flow with it a lot more.
So now you're like more Americanized, because now the movies go for an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yes, that's what we're doing. That
must have been hard for some of the directors and stuff like that too, to shorten it. And so, I guess they want to keep it long, because I watch a few movies, The Merry Men, and I've watched Castle and Castle. I watch a lot of these guys, So, what movies have you been in? And then we have some up after. So what?
Well, we're actually showing one now. This.
Oh, here he is.
And this is like on the streets of Nigeria. People just watching this intro. I thought it was fascinating. We get to see what it's like to just kind of what it's like on the ground in Nigeria. I think it's.
Well, it's hot there. You can see.
It's really hot. It's really hot in Nigeria. The humidity is really hot. It's warm, and it's always almost like sunny all year round. But obviously, there are times where it's a bit cold, especially during the Christmas period, November, December. It's a bit cold in Nigeria.
It is cold. I wouldn't think. Wow.
Well,
we wouldn't probably call it cold there. Probably be a hot
cold. It's not as cold as Toronto or other part of the world. It's just colder than the normal weather.
Oh, okay.
Right. It never snows.
We'll probably enjoy that down there.
Absolutely. So, okay. So I'm curious.
You ever seen this movie?
Do they? Because you moved to Great Britain, I guess, for a while. Was that related to your work in the movie industry, or?
What I did was I went for my master's in England. Okay, I was going back and forth from Nigeria to England from time to time, and later when I went to my master's, I was like, okay, I need to go to England and study. So I went to England. I studied in England for about 2 years, and once I was done with it, I decided to stay back in England more and produce some movies. I did some little music videos here and there, and I thought, okay, it is time to go back to Nigeria again. So I decided to go back to Nigeria, and that was when I started producing my own films.
You produce your own films?
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
So are you royalty down there? Because a lot of people are kings and queens and princesses and stuff. So
I'm just a regular person. But the truth is, the royalty thing is just because of the way we project our movies.
Okay.
There are very few royals in Nigeria, actually. Well, we just project our movies around the royalty. So everybody thinks everybody's a royal.
I know.
Well, actually,
Are you?
Well, no. The reason we're in this building here was because of this Nigerian and her woman. Her name was Princess Victoria. I don't know if you know her, Noel, but she was a princess of some sort.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nigeria is so big, have different languages, different ethnic groups, and all of that. So it's really large. We have 36 states. We have quite a lot in Nigeria. So you really can't tell. You can't get to know everybody from different areas and princes and kings, because we have the Yorubas, the Hausas, and the Igbos as well, right?
Yeah.
So which tribe are you coming from?
I'm in between the Yoruba and the Igbo. So I'm Delton. I'm Delton Yoruba. So I'm in between the Yorubas and the Igbos.
Okay.
I got a kind of a question, like a political question. I can't get a see. My brother-in-law, he's Nigerian, but I can't seem to get a straight answer out of him. But how do the different tribal groups view each other? Is it pretty much harmonious, or different groups look at different groups different ways? I'm just curious.
I would say there's this division kind of, but I think things are getting better gradually. But sometimes the Yoruba have a mentality about the Igbos. The Igbos have some kind of mentality about the Yoruba. There's this little division here and there, but gradually we're getting better. We're getting to know. We're getting to unite together as one. But in all of that, I think 80% of the time, once you're outside Nigeria, you're Nigerian. Once you're even in your community or in the main cities, you're regarded as Nigerian regardless where you come from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great. But you're also you've I spoke to you off air. You're also doing some movies here in Toronto now, right? Too.
Yes, right now, yeah. I just finished about 2 movies. They're going to be coming up soon. I did Mechanic. It's really nice, and I also did there's this other one that I can't remember the title now. It just came up. It was a lengthy one. They said they were going to change the title, but the title that we got was Amabella, and it's a series, and so it's going to be on Bell TV and all of that.
Oh wow!
Great. No, so you're shooting these in Toronto.
Mhm.
Is that right? No, but would you classify these as Nollywood movies, or are these you're just making movies now?
I would say yes. I started with Nollywood. I would also want to go to Hollywood. Why not? That's where the big picture is, and that's where the big money is as well. So definitely, I would want to go to Hollywood. That's my dream. That's what I desire, and taking one step at a time.
Now, did you pick Toronto? I'm just curious because it is, movies are made here. There is a Canadian film industry. Did you pick Toronto in part because of that, or as a stepping stone maybe towards Hollywood?
No, I just love Toronto. I've been coming to Toronto from time to time, even while I was in London, I was in Nigeria. And I decided to Toronto is not as busy as Hollywood in America and all of that, but at least it's a stepping stone. If you can get into the movies here, it's easier to, connect yourself to Hollywood. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm going to be doing any kind of movies, but if my main target will be to get to Hollywood.
There's a big Nigerian culture here in Toronto, so he's getting a lot of his culture.
Yeah, a lot. I walk around and a lot of Nigerians are really amazing. A lot of Africans, really, not even just Nigerians. I've got a lot of Caribbeans, Jamaicans. They just walk up to me and like, hey, I watch your movies a lot, and your movies are so good. I'm like, oh, thank you. Where are you from? They're like, from this part of this world, from this part of that world. I'm like, wow, that's great. That's really exciting.
So do you do any stunts in the movies? Like we have someone, or you just play act?
For now,
any scary stunts like jumping out of something, or like we have a guy
in Nigeria, you won't want to do that because there's no life insurance for you. Anything oh God. Oh God.
So you guys look good and the stuntmen do those.
Not yet. We're not good at that stunt thing. Yeah, I want to try that with the American films if that's possible. The Canadian films want to have the potential to do it.
I'll tell you what, we got a great stunt man coming on the show. This show a little bit later. You get a chance to meet him. If you need a stunt man, he'll be perfect. He's doubled Denzel Washington and
he's done the martial arts. He's really, he studies all this stuff. So,
and I think he's got insurance.
And they know how to stab and all that. So
yeah, he could stab the European way or the American way.
No, we had to ask that because we got educated on the stuntmen. But they're important actors too, because a lot of people sometimes don't recognize them as the actors. So you get close with them too because they got to work closely with you if you get in a fight or something. Yeah. Any of the movies coming up you do in Toronto, you're in a fight or no?
If I have an opportunity to fight, why not?
How about love scenes? You got any?
I've got a couple of love scenes.
You can fall in love.
Love scene. The love scene, it's really interesting. I like that.
That's the nice thing about being a writer producer. You can write in as many love scenes as you want, right?
But a lot of people start relationships like that too, so you never know. Maybe.
Yes, a lot of people have gotten married because they actually had something on set, but no, that's not for me yet. So don't worry. I know where you're going to, Dboss.
Okay, speaking of which,
here's another movie we just
got this running in the background.
Okay. Here he is. Now.
Yeah.
That's a nice place.
We'll just keep that running.
That's the movie I produced. It's called Papu, though it's the Worry Whatever Boy on YouTube. But when I produced the movie, it was titled Papu.
Okay.
And the lead actor, I acted as a bartender, and I was a crazy one. I was actually speaking the Nigerian pidgin English.
Oh.
Almost all through the movie. I didn't go British at all. I didn't go the regular English. I was just going pidgin and all that.
You know, I'm kind of curious. Just how influential is Nollywood and the Nigerian cinema on the culture of Nigeria as a whole? Like, is everybody always going out and seeing the movies, talking about the latest movies? Because you guys are so prolific in terms of the output.
Trooper said, yes, a lot of people go and a lot of people see movies. Because they have cinemas now at the moment that are actually booming. People go to the cinema to watch movies. Just because of COVID right now, people are not doing that at the moment. But you see people, look out for the next movie. People are anxious to see who is starring in that movie, who's going to be on that movie. This particular movie was on cinema in Nigeria, all over Nigeria. And, people are just excited. They want to know, okay, what's going to be on. And it actually brought a lot of people into the cinema at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So where can people, they can find you at, because I noticed that in the film, they spelled your name Noel, Nuel.
Yes.
Is that the proper spelling or?
That's the proper spelling. But when I could go to Canada, a lot of people, when I tell them my name is Noel, they're like, oh, Noel, like Christmas. So like, okay.
The first Noel.
Plus, there's a lot of Canadians named Noel.
Yeah.
If they're French Canadian, especially. I
So I decided to okay, maybe I'm gonna just switch it over a little bit and just take the U and put the O.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll find you, but people, if they're looking for you, or they can find you like that, right?
Yes, you can find me with NUEL_Chris on Instagram, and follow me up and let's talk and let's do let's plan, because I know some people are new. They want to go into the industry as well, and they do not have support in here and there. They want somebody that will guide them, to talk them through and all of that, and that's why we're here to help out.
So what are you working on? What's your next project? Or do people even get a chance to see some of your work here in Toronto? I mean, you mentioned it's going to be on Bell and that sort of thing, but any other ways people can see your stuff?
For now, that one is going to be on Bell TV, and we have another one that's just coming up, and I have something, planning. I'm planning something pretty soon, something real big for Netflix. So obviously, we're just working towards that and making sure that we're able to get that as well.
Well, when you get on these things, you got to call us and have you come back so we can help you out here.
Okay.
Well, you know what we could even do, because we got a bit of a studio here. We can do movie screenings.
Yeah.
So you could do like a bit of a launch or a cast, bring the cast together after a production, that sort of thing. Stream it live so people in Nigeria can be watching it too.
Oh, that would be great. Don't worry. When the time comes, I'll let you know.
There's a lot of time it goes into these movies,
No.
How long has it taken you to do, like, the longest movie that you took to do? How many months or?
The longest movie I've done so far, it took me about 8-9 months.
Woo.
Yeah, 8-9 months.
Wow.
From the pre-production to the post-production, it took about 8 or 9 months. Almost 8 months.
So you're shooting it here. You said here in Toronto, because a lot of people shoot the movies back in Africa because they said it's a lot less money for the production. Is that right?
Yes, obviously. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be shooting. I have a team of people. I have Vivian Williams, who is also a producer. We're trying to do something here in Toronto, and we're going to be shooting it. It's not just going to be like the Nollywood. It's going to be like an international movie that will be accepted by Netflix.
Oh,
amazing.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to get Vivian you're on here too, since she's doing the movie. So I know Vivian very well.
Yeah. She'll be glad to be here. She'll be so glad.
I know. But anyways, we know where you're going to find you and stuff like that, and you're going to come back on. Is there anything else you want to ask him? You?
Well, I'm just curious. Are you planning on staying in? I know you want to get to Hollywood, right? But
You can't go right now.
what do you think about? Do you think you'll ever go back to Nigeria to live permanently?
That I cannot answer now. I'm still indecisive at the moment. I'm still looking at the opportunities I've got here and the opportunities I've got in Nigeria. I'm going to weigh them. Well, if there's an opportunity that I have to go back, if there's any reason I have to go shoot a film, maybe in Ghana and all of that, and yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Go there and come back.
So it sounds like you're really now kind of moving from the actor role, not leaving it behind, but moving into the producer role.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I'm going to be doing both, but right now I want to start producing. I want to start focusing on production of movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I studied film, like I said, in England, Plymouth University. So I studied film. So I know what it takes to make a good film. So I want to go into that.
And does that include directing as well? I know that's a bit of a different skill set, but how do you like directing?
Directing is amazing. I've directed some movies as well. So I'm an actor, producer, director. So just in case anybody wants me to produce or direct, yeah, I can do that for them.
Just like Rocky, right? He was all those things.
But it was, I enjoyed you, Noel, Chris, today. It's just, is there anything that nobody knows about you other off air that, they see you in the movies, but maybe they don't know about you or they assume?
I think I'm very open to people. So a lot of people know everything about me. I just try to live my life as simple as possible. I just try to be positive minded. I'm very positive minded. And I like positive-minded people around me. Pretty much, I think that's what people should know about me, if you don't already know that. Hello?
Yeah. And being here, being on the show today, but, we're going to be right back with another guest. Another segment. We're going to just cut, take a little break.
So thanks for joining us, Noel. And do you want to leave any contact information if anybody wants to get in touch with you? Somebody in Hollywood maybe wants to.
You can reach me on Instagram, like I said earlier on. It's Noel NUEL_Chris. You can reach me there. You can also reach me on my email. 647 ovigsmc@yahoo.com.
Okay. Great.
ovigsmc@yahoo.com. You can reach me there and we can talk about it.
Perfect. And if you missed that, you can just send us a message here at that channel.
We'll give you some information.
So this has been great. I hope next time, the COVID will be over. We'll get to meet you in person and maybe do a movie launch or screening or a cast party or something. Love to show you the space.
No worries. I'll definitely be glad to come.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right.
So we're right back.
So let's take a little break. We'll be back.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right.
You are watching CaribVision.
Danny's went to the polls on the 2nd of March 2020, and it took 5 months before they finally got an official result. With my colleagues in Carib Nation today, we're going to talk about what happened and why.
It was not unlike any other election since 1957. Elections in Guyana have always been a flashpoint for the contestation for power.
The practice of horse race began from way back in the ancient Greece and is one of the oldest sports in the whole world. You got all kind of horse race both there. You got flat racing, you got jump racing, harness racing, and endurance racing. Horse race go on in Africa,
Melchai Farm was established in 2012 by farmer Kyle Joseph. At the Arkansas-based property, Mr. Joseph cares for sheep, goats, and cows. And recently, his farm hosted a tour for Chief Secretary Honorable Ansel K. Dennis.
I breed animals. Yeah. Reason why I don't kill on site. I sell them off to the sheep farm or to breeders who want to replenish their stock.
Well, the kindergarten nonsense, otherwise known as Washington, D.C., is doing nothing to dispel that comparison. In the wake of the passing away of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she'd hardly drawn her final breath or had the chance to rest in peace before the hissy fitting began as to whether or not confirmation hearings should begin for her replacement. Leftist terror organizations said they'll respond with riots and arson if they don't get their way.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing CaribVision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/CaribVision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. CaribVision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. CaribVision.